Hello, Louise here from Louise Ellen Nutrition. I'm so excited to be chatting with you today. I hope you're having a great week so far and that 2021 has been a great start for you. Gosh, I can't believe it. We've finally got through 2020. What a huge year that was. And I also wanted to show you my new glasses. It's so interesting as you get older, especially I'm coming on to 40 in December, and one of my friends said to me, you wait, when you get to 40, your eyes will start to go on you. And I'm like, no, they won't. And yes, they did. So now I'm wearing contacts and glasses over contacts now. So it's very interesting. And our body changes too, from when we were in our 20s to when we're in our 30s. It's a big difference. And then when we go into perimenopause and then into menopause. So our body is always changing as we get older, and it's making the most of it, but also doing it the best way you possibly can. So, yeah, and I suppose I wanted to share with you, well, the whole purpose of this video today is to share with you 7 habits to help kickstart your year. So, let's get started. So, I'm a big fan of making healthy habits, like putting healthy habits into your life. So, because losing weight and having more energy and just improving your relationship with food and having better eating habits, all of that, I find the best way to do that is not through dieting, because dieting just does not work. It's not sustainable long term, but by doing it through putting healthy habits in place. So I just wanted to share with you 7 habits that I've created for the year, and I think that will help you too. So these are my habits. I put them on a nice little piece of paper, and I stick them on my mirror in the bedroom, and in the bathroom, and I read them every day, like twice a day. So every morning I get up and I read them through and I go, right, let's get onto that. And then when I get home, I'm like, oh, what haven't I done? And I focus on that. So it's a really great way to start instilling habits and getting your body, getting yourself to start putting these habits in place. I feel like I'm mumbling my words at the moment. I haven't been on the video for a month, so I'm like, anyway. And habits are great because you don't need willpower to be able to put healthy habits in place. Once you put healthy habits in place, you don't need willpower to do them. So say you're putting in a whole heap of new habits at once, it causes you to think a lot about them. And it's like when you make big changes, it can be too much for your brain to handle, especially when you're doing your own life, and if you've got kids or you've got grandkids, or you're working, and it's just and you're trying to put all these new changes in place, it can cause you to feel like, it's just too overwhelming. And that's when you get to that point of going, gosh, I don't have it in me to do this, but you do. And I put that down to when you put habits in place. So so habits, you don't need willpower, because once they're in place, they're just there. They're a natural part of your life, just like the habits that you have in your life right now. You just do them naturally. You get up out of bed, you have a shower, you brush your teeth, you get dressed, you make lunch or dinners or whatever you do. All habits, you just do them unconsciously. And like driving, sometimes you'll drive and you'll just be like, drive, and you're like, oh my God, what happened? And you're like, I don't even remember going through, I don't even know how I got here. You have those things. That's your body going into autopilot, and habits can be like that as well. So they're so I'm looking at my notes to make sure I'm covering everything. They're very easy to put in. They're easy to put into place as well. And I find anyway. And then, once you start doing them more and more and more, you just eventually just do it naturally, and then you don't need to worry about it. So I suppose I wanted to share with you the habits that I'm putting in place at the moment, and the way I'm doing it and how I've always done it is I just write a list of whatever the habits are. It might be 3 things, it might be 5 things. I've got 7 here because 7 I just think for myself is a good number. Some of these kind of tie in together as well. But and what I do is I just look at them every day, twice a day, and some days I miss the mark on some of them, others I don't, but over time On average, I'm doing most of them. So my first one is setting my intention for the day. So when you wake up in the morning, or let's say when you go to bed at night, when you're laying in bed and you're closing your eyes and you think to yourself, all right, what do I want? What is my intention for tomorrow? And it could be that, like, I want, you might be thinking, all right, I want to have a nice restful sleep and I want to wake up alert and energized. And then in the morning, you set your intention again, like I want, and after like you've woken up and feeling energized or whatever. But yeah, and it could be like, all right, today I want today to be a good day. I'm going to focus on being calm. I'm going to get all these things done, or I'm going to just have a relaxing day. Whatever it is, setting your intention in the evening before you go to bed and in the morning is so powerful. You're pretty much telling your brain and your unconscious how you expect to feel when you wake up, or how you want to feel for the day. And yeah, so it's very powerful. I highly recommend trying that one. My next one is having a green juice or a smoothie. So in the mornings, I'll get up and I'll prepare all my breakfast and lunches and everything. Most of the time my lunches is ready to go. And then I'll also make a smoothie, or I'll do a juice. I like to alternate between the two. I try and aim to do at least 5 a week. So yeah, and also like green juices and smoothies is a great way to get your 5 serves of veggies intake up, and also just infusing your body with nutrients. And when you do this, your skin feels better, your nails feel whiter, your eyes and the whites in your eyes are brighter, your skin just feels amazing and hydrated, and you just feel so good. And such a good it's so good for weight loss as well as boosting energy and just rebalancing your whole system. So yeah. And then the next one is exercise for 30 minutes. So my goal for that is to exercise for 30 minutes every day where possible. Some days, like I have a rest day on like a Saturday, but most days I'll do some form of exercise. So movement is super important. It helps obviously with weight loss as well, but also with energy, motivation, and stress management. So if you're finding that you're feeling quite stressed, a lot of the time, going for a walk or just doing some form of exercise really helps clear your mind. The fourth one is focus on how I want to feel today. So this is a really good one. How do I want to feel? So sometimes we'll get up and we'll go about our day, and things will just happen to us and we'll be like, oh, they just put me in a bad mood. No, they didn't. You allowed that to happen. So it's about looking at focusing on how you want to feel. I want to feel calm today. And when something comes in, you go, how can I react in a calm way? So when you have that one word, whatever it is of how you want to feel, you'll continually find ways to make sure that, opportunities to feel that way. And look, sometimes it's not going to work, but a lot of the time it will, and it's just really important. It's all about mindset and really focusing in on how do you want to feel? How do you want to behave? How do you want to be? So yeah, that's a really great habit to get into as well. My next one is business related, so focus on my vision. So my vision in terms of what I want to do in terms of the impact I want to make with Louise Ellen Nutrition, and how I'm going to do that each quarter, month, week, and things like that. So you might have a vision for what your goals that you have. You might have goals that are, I want to go traveling this year, or I want to take more time off, or look for a new job. So it's really focusing, keeping those goals front of mind, and then how you're going to make those things happen. So yeah, really important too. And then the second last one is, what is one thing I can improve on today? So today it could, like you might come back from work and be like, oh my gosh, I got so stressed today. Okay, what can I improve on? I want to improve on being calm and relaxed. Or I spent too much time worrying about this one thing. So next time I'm going to focus, work on not worrying about things. So yeah, or it could be like, I overate today. Okay, I'm going to work on, you know, doing, not finding ways to just reduce that or whatever. So yeah, it's really powerful because you're just constantly working and improving yourself. And then last one is stretch. So I will stretch every afternoon, every evening. I do a variety of stretches, and it just really helps with aches and pains, things like that, especially if like I'll go to the gym, or I'll go and I might do a run, or I might do some weights, and my arms or my legs or whatever will be sore, so I'll stretch them out. And gosh, and it also helps with flexibility as well, which makes a big difference. So yeah, that's the daily, my daily 7 habits. So yeah, I would highly recommend putting some of them in place, or even creating your own. Cool. So that's all I have to share. I suppose I'll just quickly run through them again. So number 1 was set your intention each morning. Have a green juice or a smoothie each day. Exercise for at least 30 minutes a day. Focus on how you want to feel. Focus on your vision, so your goals and your plans. Keep them front of mind. Looking at what is one thing that you can improve on, and then stretching. Cool. So good luck. And also it's January. Last week I sent an email out letting you know that I'm offering, I'm giving $20 off initial consults and $15 off follow-up consults. So if you're wanting to come in for an initial consult, if you're wanting to have a personalized diet and lifestyle plan put together, which looks at, like a bunch of diet and habit recommendations, then I'd highly recommend coming in for a consult. And it doesn't mean that you need to come into this clinic. I do online consults. Actually, half my clients are interstate. So I do consults via video, via phone, and in person in clinic as well. So yeah, if you would like to book in, there's a $20 voucher for subscribers. So if you are, wherever you're watching this $20 off is for subscribers. So if you're a subscriber or not, if you're not a subscriber, go to Louise Ellen Nutrition and you can sign up for your the checklist, and then you'll be able to get $20 off a consult. Cool. And it's just for the month of January. Awesome. All right. Well, look, I wish you a wonderful weekend, and as always, have a great afternoon, and I will talk to you soon. See you later.